up, you guys? It's Bonnie and it's Saturday, and as I like to say, Saturdays are for the plants. And this Saturday and over the last couple Saturdays, I've been helping my friend Luke make some garden boxes that you see here. I will show you what all we've put in them, and then I'm going to go over just kind of an overview of how we made them. Disclaimer, we are not experts. This took us about 4 weeks to do. There was a lot of trial and error, but I think in the end they came out pretty great. I'm proud of them and very excited. Before we get into the process, I want to show you the end result. These are the boxes. They are 8x4 and filled with future veggies and fruits. So here we have some squash. Those two we got from Lowe's. And here are seeds. We have lettuce, carrots, and lettuce, and that will hopefully be sprouting up sooner rather than later. We got some rosemary, a tomato plant, and these we have blackberry, and then 2 blueberries, and then another blackberry plant. These were all Luke's doing. He really likes blackberries. And then we have a couple different peppers. I don't remember exactly what they are. I know we have a bell pepper, a jalapeno, something else, an Anaheim hot pepper. These 2 pinwheels, we did not grow plastic. They're marking where we put some cucumbers. But yeah, this is the final product. And now I'm going to show you guys the making of these. Oh, and how can I forget? We have some peas over there, which are not part of the garden boxes. But nonetheless, we're creating a little garden here, and also got a compost bin. This was free from the city of Charleston. They're doing an initiative to get more gardens in more places, which, if you know me, I'm all about it. So yeah, this is the final result. Now let's show you how we did it. All right, so step 1 was to get the wood for these boxes. We went to Lowe's and picked up lumber that was 8 foot long by 10 inches wide, and I think it was something like 2 inches thick. We had just enough room to fit them in my Honda HR-V in order to take them home. And we also did pick up some 2x4s, which we cut on the diagonal, meaning like making them a triangle instead of a square. And that was to stake the wood into the ground. We also cut the 8 feet into 2 sections of 4 feet for the width of these boxes. All right, so we have the wood cut. We have 8-foot boards by 4 foot long, and we drilled one corner together. Might have broke some drill bits, had to run back to Lowe's, but now we think we have everything we need. So let's get to it. All right, so for each of these corners, we first went in with a drill bit and drilled the holes for where the screws were going to go in. And this is so that they don't just split the wood. And this is the part where we, at first, were breaking some drill bits. I think we may have been using too small or too weak or too cheap. But once we got some replacement from Lowe's, this went pretty smoothly. And we didn't tighten down the screws until all of the corners were put together, so that, you know, if we had an angle off or something, it wasn't going to really mess us up in the end. But it worked. So then we had to dig the holes. And as you can see here on the box, I did kind of skip filming a section where we cut the 4x4s on a diagonal because we had to do that at someone else's house using a table saw. And the main purpose there was just to save on the amount of wood, because these are going to go in the ground for support, but we dug the holes not quite deep enough, but we figured it was going to be easier to cut off a little bit of the support within the ground instead of digging the holes deeper. This is my first time using a saw like that, and I do have to say it was pretty fun. So then we kind of fixed up the holes a little bit more. Luckily, we did get the spacing right on this, and then it just fit in oh so nicely. All right, so at this point, the boxes are secured and safely in the ground, and as he plays with his dog, who absolutely loves his ball, for this little Dachshund Chihuahua mix, ball is life. So then I just filled in some extra soil on the sides, and then we lined both boxes with this weed-free hay, which is going to prevent any weeds that we may have missed in the area from poking through and getting up into our veggies. We did go through and visually pick out any of them, but you never know. Weeds can just pop up anywhere. So we got this 50 square foot roll from Lowe's and had enough to line both boxes twice, and then we even still had some left over. So this is an alternative from lining the boxes with plastic, because as we know, plastic is bad for the environment and its traditional role is to prevent weeds coming through, but this was a nice natural alternative. And then over top of those layers of weed-free hay, we also added brown paper bags. This can help, again, prevent any weeds from coming through. And these bags over time will naturally degrade and become part of the soil. So we just cut up some yard waste bags, but you could use any type of brown paper bag that you may get from the grocery store, and just created a single layer here. I can show you what that looked like. So these are the garden boxes before we started adding all of the soil. And then here we are adding the soil. This was one of my favorite parts. I absolutely love getting my hands dirty and getting down into the soil. Scientific studies have shown that just touching soil and the microbes that are contained within can boost human serotonin production, and that is what makes us feel happy and relaxed. So when I say touching soil is good for the soul, I really mean it. So here I am going to begin actually planting some of these plants. We got some pre-started seedlings from Lowe's. This is some kind of squash here. Ooh, look at those good roots. So I'm just kind of digging a little hole and then tucking it in and then whispering it happy thoughts so that it can grow big and grow strong. And in addition to these seedlings that have already gotten a head start, we also are starting some things from seed, and we'll probably be adding to these garden boxes over the summer and into the fall so that we can get crops throughout the year. All right, so that's it. Now we have 2 awesome garden boxes, hopefully lots of fresh veggies to come. Please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more planty content.